this wasn't how I was expecting my Friday to go.
Hey everyone, I'm Grant, the Rusty Autoholic guy, and welcome back to the channel. So, as you saw at the very beginning of this video, I had to have this towed back to my house. So, the long story short of what has happened is, after I went and picked up my kids, I was driving back onto the interstate. I noticed it was starting to mist out the back is what I was noticing. My temperature started to rise. I pulled off onto the side of the interstate, and it was immediately apparent by coming over here that I had blown a head gasket. Now, where I was on I-85 was not the best place. I wasn't on the side of the road, I was actually in the grass. But in the time period where I was trying to get a tow truck, I had two different big rigs almost hit me even though I was in the grass. And because I had my children with me, I made the decision to look at the map. I saw there was an exit with a gas station about 1.8 miles away, and I drove it there, knowing it was low on coolant and it was overheating. And by the time I got it parked at the gas station where the tow truck could pick it up, the engine stopped running on its own. And when you turn the key right now, it does nothing. The engine is completely locked up. So today I'm hoping to see what the cause of that was. What I'm hoping is that the engine is hydrolocked. So what I'm going to do now is remove the coil packs, remove the spark plugs, so there's no compression in the engine. And if I can spin the engine over and coolant comes out, more than likely I can fix what I have, which would just be pulling the heads off and replacing the head gaskets. And I would actually do a couple of performance-oriented things, not to get more performance out of this engine, but to just ensure that this problem doesn't happen again. So I'm going to pop open the hood and start getting to work. Alright, as you can see, there is a ton of plastic covering this engine, but there are coil packs on the valve cover of the motor. I need to remove all the coil packs to get to the spark plugs, and then I can remove the spark plugs. Not really sure how to do that. I think my first goal is to try to remove as much plastic off of this engine as possible, just so I have a better view of what I'm doing. Oh, that's not a good sign. That's a milkshake. Ah, that's not good. There we go. It actually helps. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Okay. Did not realize this thing had 2 spark plugs per cylinder. Not gonna lie, that's a first. I have never seen that before. Alright, I am gonna put this back here, because it's not really in the way, and that way I'm not losing anything. I'm going to try to keep this whole thing as organized as humanly possible. There is a reason why I like my inline motors, because I'm also realizing now how much of a pain it's going to be to get the exhaust manifolds off. Look at it this way. If I can fix this, then I don't have to worry about doing spark plugs for a while. There we go. Oh, that's not good. That's a problem. This probably isn't hydrolock. This is probably a mechanical failure. Because the second plug closest to the firewall on this coil pack is covered in oil. I don't think this is going to be an easy fix. You know what? I'm going to finish pulling all the coil packs first before I do anything else. So let's move the camera over here. I'd rather just go ahead and do this all at once and get it done. Sorry about that, didn't realize the GoPro had died. Finally got one of 16 spark plugs out. And it has rust on it. This thing has been in there a very long time, so this isn't giving me a lot of confidence, to be perfectly honest with you. Now, I will fully admit the engine will have no compression if I only take one spark plug out per cylinder. So that's what I'm going to do, because this is quickly becoming the most difficult vehicle I've ever had to do to pull spark plugs. And because they were through the valve cover, I thought this would be easier. It's not. I've got a really bad feeling about this. Let's see if I can do this in such a way where I don't destroy my hands. That's really not a good sign, seeing that chock full of... What is that? Oh, that's oil. Well, see if she'll spin over. All right, everyone. I have to admit, this is a personal record of mine. I have blown engines in the past. I have blown more engines than I care to admit. I have never bought a vehicle and blown a motor in less than a week. This is a first for me. So, I don't know if you can see that. Number 8 cylinder has come up and hit the spark plug. There is no gap. There is no quick fix for this motor. This motor is completely dead. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this right now. I am going to keep it. I bought it. I can't return it. I bought it as is. That's how these things go. But yeah, I don't know if I'm going to put a Hemi back in it. I might diesel swap it, quite frankly, because the Commanders that were exported out of the United States came with the 3-liter V6 diesel. So, me being a diesel guy, I am seriously debating finding a diesel Grand Cherokee, which is basically the same platform as these Commanders, and seeing if I can't put the 3-liter V6 diesel in this, because I think that would be freaking awesome. But yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do right now. But yeah, anyway, live and learn. So hey, it's YouTube. You know what to do. Take out more than you bring. Tread lightly, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.